and I view my involvement at USJC to be in part kind of a tribute to my grandparents, and their legacy, and a country that they came from, and a cultural heritage that they so loved, and that they passed on to me. And then, of course, my time, in Japan, both as a young person and then as a professional, building those bridges. Another act of diplomacy, but just it feels like a very, very natural thing. And I think that the USJC operates on several different important levels. One is creating the connection among the Japanese American community and creating this national network of Japanese Americans. I think that is really very special. I think, I did go on the Japanese American leadership delegation in 2011, is the year of the earthquake. But it is a short period of time. You're only in Japan for a week with the group, but it's such an intensive experience, and such an amazing experience getting to meet with and talk to people at the highest levels of Japanese government and business and civil society. But you really feel this kinship, and what struck me at my JALD, was getting to know everyone, was the multiplicity of stories. We all came with different stories, and I'm sure you're seeing this in your interviews as well. Everyone has a very unique story and a very unique connection to, their Japanese American heritage, however deep or shallow it might be. And then, their exploration of that through US-Japan Council, that we all had these different stories, but there was this through line of this commonality of this shared heritage, that I think, drew us together. And of course, with JALD, you feel very close to your own class, but you come home and become part of this family of, everyone who's been in this program. And, when you get together at the annual conference or at different meetings, it really is this opportunity. It's a kind of a family reunion. And I love that we're, very intentionally developing kind of the younger generation as well. So, and, at the annual conference, Dianyana Hira's, interviews with Japanese Americans, I just feel that's one of my favorite parts of the conference. I feel kind of like the room gets quiet, and it's like we all gather around the fireplace and we hear stories. And so often we are highlighting the stories of the younger, generation and leaders in our community. And I love that about US-Japan Council. And of course, the US-Japan dimension of it is another dimension, and very, very important. And I think that the idea, and I think it's very fundamental to USJC, but fundamental to the relationship, the people to people and the individual connections, and the multitude of programs that we have, spanning legislators and, young people, and the Tomodachi programs, and all of that is just so wonderful. And it's all very much a tribute, I think, to Irene and her vision